4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ranchin here, bringing all StarCraft commentary. This is going to be a Group B Ro32 first set. Kwanro up against HoGiL on Fighting Spirit. We're going to have HoGiL at the lower left, 7 o'clock position as the green zerg. We're going to have Kwanro at the upper left, 11 o'clock position as the purple zerg. And really don't know what to expect of this group. This starting off with Kwanro against HoGiL. Kwanro started off kind of not too great for his new team in the Pro League, playing for Woongjing now instead of CJ. Went, I believe, 0-3, but then he's pumped up his record to 4-4, so he's been playing pretty decently. Woongjing are in the middle of the table. I'm not quite sure whether they're in the top 6. I believe they're 7th. Might be 6th. I'm not quite sure. Don't quite remember my table at the moment. He's also been playing quite a bit of ZVZ in the Pro League, so he's gotten some practice to the point that ZVZ is, I believe, his best matchup now, or right up there with his ZVT at 56%, I believe. And he's also, of course, gotten some ZVZ practice from the last MSL. There were plenty of ZVZs there to play. He's up against HoGiL, whose ZVZ is, well, atrocious. Nothing really much else can be said for that. Absolutely atrocious ZVZ. It's below 30%. I believe HoGiL is more of a ZVP guy. ZVT, I believe, is also nothing special, just about 40, but I think his ZVP is a little bit higher than that. He's a quite promising Zerg player for height. So we're going to see what he goes for. He is going for an overpull and extractor, and Kwanro apparently going to go for a 12 hatch. This is a 4-player map, so it's not as risky as it would be otherwise. Whoa, okay, interesting. Actually going to move the Zerg towards the 12 o'clock position. That's interesting to hide his natural expansion. HoGiL did scout in the right direction, so this is actually kind of helping Kwanro out, because Kwanro's 12 hatch won't be revealed otherwise. Otherwise, HoGiL, you can see on the minimap, his overlord's coming in, and HoGiL would already know that Kwanro's going for 12 hatch at this point, but this way he doesn't know, and he has to go up north. He doesn't still quite know exactly where he is. He's going to have his zerglings out fairly soon. Kwanro is going to be a little bit late behind on tech, but the longer his game goes on, the stronger he's going to be in economic. He's also going to have more production. So first zerglings now popping for HoGiL, who is affectionately known as Hogie by the Nukenites. Of course, if I haven't said so before, go check out Nude. He's commentating the entirety of the OSL, Special SEGG OSL correspondent. That's what Backhoe called me, referred to me in an article on SEGG as Special MSL correspondent and caster, and I laughed. Oh, Overlord! Oh, okay, Overlord. Thought the Overlord was going to move to another location, but the Overlord is continue on north. He probably saw the creep. Continue on north and spot that. Going to see that there's no lair. Soon enough, is going to spot how late the spawning pool is. Sure, they have a fairly good idea. It does have zerglings running up right over there. Kwanro is going to start popping zerglings right now. He's going to have 6 zerglings time. He's going to be able to defend his drones. Zerglings coming in, well, quite a road to travel, apparently, so they're not quite up there. It's going to be for those 4 initial zerglings are going to be able to run up the ramp. We're going to see what they actually manage to do any sort of damage. Kwanro already has the natural expansion up. We're going to see what he's popping some zerglings there overall as well, possibly going for some sort of pincer. Going to start attacking those zerglings, but Kwanro's own zerglings pop there. Zerglings taking all over the place, and I believe actually, yeah, HoGiL lost one of his own zerglings due to a surround by the drones. Beautiful there. Now already coming down the ramp. Now he's going to be in trouble. Does have some reinforcement zergs coming in, but he's not going to be able to break this ramp, I believe. Kwanro actually has 2 zerglings coming in, so he might go for a small pincer attack here. HoGiL's going to spot those 2 zerglings from back. He's going to try to run away. Going to take a couple hits. Is going to try to escape from this position. Oh, getting a few of his 4 of his zerglings boxed in and taken out. Oh, that is bad. That is bad. Just as a reaction to that, HoGiL instantly puts down a creep colony. Instantly. Also has his spiral, while Kwanro just now getting his lair going. So, wow, Kwanro, beautiful there on the ground. Just HoGiL is going to be forced to defend with zerglings and a sunken colony. Meanwhile, he's also, I believe, producing a lot of zerglings on the ground. I think he's actually going to go for a massive zerg break here. Not going to be able to quite break up this ramp. HoGiL does have enough zerglings there to defend it pretty well. Both players just attacking, killing some zerglings, trading some zerglings. HoGiL should now putting down a second sunken colony just to make sure he can defend this problem. I feel maybe since he's putting down a second sunken colony, he might even want to allow Kwanro to run in. But of course he doesn't want Kwanro to get the full scout, because Kwanro doesn't have an overlord inside of his base. So that's primarily why he doesn't want to, let him in until he really has to. Once Kwanro really starts getting a huge number of zerg reinforcements and it's gonna try to go for a break, like right here, HoGiL is instantly gonna run back into his base. to the safety of his 2 sunken colonies. Just going to make sure he defends his drone lines. Kwanro has a lot of zerglings with speed. They're going to go around, surround the first sunken colony. Drone's still mining, not even going to join in the fight. One sunken colony is going to go down. One more sunken colony on the way, still there. HoGiL losing all of his zerglings on the run, and oh man, forcing to finally micro all of his drones around. First 2 mutalisks popping, and that is going to be what stops this attack. Kwanro, however, stops mining for a little while, kills all of its zerglings, takes down 1 sunken, but his HoGiL is still not safe. He's actually going to fly away with some of his mutalisks. Keep 1 mutalisk there for defend. Also, again, going to be forced to micro. His drones are not getting any sort of mining done, defending that sunken colony. Kwanro desperately tried to attack and take it out, not quite managing to. On the opposite side, actually putting down a spore colony there. Does have an evo chambers, and HoGiL is going to be able to get quite a few drones killed with this. Kwanro not mining at all here, which is still funneling a few zerglings in there, trying to get some drone kills. HoGiL not mining at all much. He has so few zerglings mining those minerals. HoGiL is trying to get some damage in with a spore colony at Kwanro's main. Not going to be able to do much, and there's no mining going on at the 12 o'clock position at his third natural. Yeah, at his secondary. Let's just call it that. Let's do the diggity thing. Let's call it his secondary. Oh! Wow, that was a crap load of Scourge, and I think they just caught 2 mutalisks. Even more Scourge coming in now. Kwanro not even going to bother with any sort of mutalisk play, just going to try to catch all of these mutalisks off guard with Scourge. You're going to put a bunch of the Scourge outside the spawn area. Meanwhile, just going to force Hogie's mutalisks back there. Hogie microing pretty well against those Scourge, though. Scourge going to go down, but just the number of mutalisks, HoGiL is just not going to be able to get any sort of mutalisk up going, and the advantage is extreme. Definitely in Kwanro's. Kwanro is just such a huge advantage now. An attack with those Scourges, mutalisks being microed away pretty effectively. HoGiL showing his epic anti-Scourge micro as he gets one of his mutalisks hit and almost killed. Both mutalisks at like 13 health. One of those mutalisks, 14 now. Ooh, absolutely nothing useful there. Kwanro's still going for. I'm not quite sure if he's continuing spawning a lot of zergs. He did go for a lot of Scourge. We can see whether he actually decides to go for mutas now. His mining has been, well, a bit damaged to start off with, but since then been almost completely uninterrupted. He's just not been producing many drones at all, though. He's just mining a little bit of minerals and a lot of gas. And not much else. HoGiL continuing to get his mutas number. Kwanro just focusing on the Scourge, getting in yet another zerglings, forcing those mutas back with a Scourge. Beautiful 2-pronged attack there. Going to force those mutas back while he runs in, takes out the sunken colony. And this is going to be it. Now he's just going to attack those drones, mining the gas. He's going to be able to kill as many of those drones as he possibly can. Funnels even more zerglings, and he still has those Scourge flying around. Finally losing his zerglings inside as he runs in with more Scourge and zerglings. He's going to force HoGiL back. HoGiL just in a horrible position here. Is microing his drones around, so he's going to be able to fight these zerglings off. Kills off a mutalisk, and even more Scourge now coming in for Kwanro. HoGiL in a... Oh, man. Oh, microing well, but he might actually get himself hit. Does get himself hit. Losing yet another mutalisk as more zerglings come in. More mutalisks pop in for HoGiL, but he's not mining any sort of gas. Lost so many drones. In absolutely horrible position. Kwanro just focusing on nothing but Scourge and zerglings at this point. Running in with a few zerglings piecemeal just to try to pick off a drone here, a drone there, while he just forces those mutalisks back with those Scourge. HoGIL's microing against them, but not quite well enough, losing even more drones as he desperately tries to keep himself in the game. He only has 4 drones at this point. He's going to be forced to spawn some more to keep this mining going. Doesn't have any sort of gas mining at all, and those Scourge just being such a pain. That's losing yet another mutalisk, not mining well enough, and he finally does. GG. When I said mining well enough, I meant microing well enough, but oh well. Kwanro takes the 1-0. So he's going to move on straight on to the winner's match. And he's going to be facing the winner of set 2 between Shine and Kwanro. We're going to see what Shine and Hwasin, I'm sorry. We're going to see what happens there. So, GG guys, wrenching out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening.